So I'm here with Andrew Burke, our GiveSignup Technical Lead. When and why did you join RunSignup?
See, I joined RunSignup coming up on about 13 years ago. So it's been quite a while now. It's been a lot of fun. And I just joined because it seemed like a great opportunity. I love talking with Bob about his vision for the company and working with Steven and seeing his talent and everything. It just seemed like a really great space to work. So jumped on board and been here ever since.
Still here.
Still here.
With a mustache now.
Yeah.
What are some of the projects that you've been working on in the past 6 months?
I've spent some time working on Google Analytics for those upgrades, so a lot of digital tracking so people can track their ad spend, different revenue, stuff like that. I've done a fair amount on some different reports, things like that, adding some new options, being able to download only the visible columns, some things like that.
Now, Google Analytics scare me. I don't know why. Just the idea of all that information. So, as a race director or as an event director, what would be like a basic look at Google Analytics and what we offer there?
So the main use for Google Analytics really is to track where you're spending your money for your marketing and to understand actually what is driving your registrations rather than just kind of like throwing your money, your marketing dollars to the wind, not really knowing like what's actually driving these things. When you enable Google Analytics 4, which all you have to do is just give us your account code and we start to send the information to your account in Google Analytics, you can do things like source tracking. So when you run an ad in Facebook and you want to know how much did that ad actually drive for revenue, you can use our source tracking codes to tag that link, and then somebody can come in and when they register, that information can all make its way into Google Analytics. So you can tell which ads are actually driving registrations, or which websites are referring you different things. So if you have a relationship with some like bloggers or other people promoting your content, you can really track like where all of your registrations are coming from, which then allows you to better allocate your marketing dollars to increase your registrants.
It's far less scary. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, what are you working on now and in the next 6 months?
So now I'm working on customizations and for the registration path. So right now we're bringing out a big new release with being able to do different time slots and registration work for being able to sign up for different types of things. And so there's a lot of information from what day you're going to sign up to what time you want to what tickets you're purchasing. And depending on your type of event, you may want to do those things in different orders. Like I might want to pick my time slot first or my ticket first, depending on how the event is structured. So what I'm working on is the ability to really customize registration paths so that you can ask these things in the order that you want to, or allow you to use different pieces. If you want to have a calendar for people picking a date, that'll be one option. But if you want to have little tiles where it kind of like when you're booking a flight and you see different information from the different days, that'll be a different option. So really giving you a lot of different ways to customize how you're asking people for their information and what sort of steps and different kinds of options on each of those tools and stuff like that.
I forgot that you had to do the time first as a possibility too. That really complicates it.
Yeah, being able to, it's one thing like, oh, it's step 1, 2, and 3. And it's like, no, but step 3 might become before step 2. And so that makes it a little bit tricky. But
yeah, I didn't even think of that. I was like, it's date, time, ticket type. But no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you describe what a Monday task is and then a Monday task that you've done this year?
Sure. A Monday task is something that's generally considered to be a shorter but tactical item for us to knock out. So it's a small request that maybe takes, a day, maybe 2. Sometimes the Monday task is sort of a term to encapsulate. It's not always one day. Sometimes you get in there, you think it's going to be a day, but you kind of uncover something else while you're working on it. But that's the general idea, is that it's a short item, something that'll take you just a day or 2 that will deliver value quickly to multiple clients or multiple races. So, it's sort of in between project work. You need a break from this big registration path thing where your brain's just like, I can't process this anymore. Let me take a smaller, easy thing, get a quick win, knock something out, and get something useful deployed.
And what's one that you've done recently?
So like I said, I was kind of in working with different reports and stuff. So some of those options, being able to download only the visible column stuff they're specifically looking at, that was a bigger task. But like adding columns to those reports. So it's just, oh, we want to be able to get a new row, new information, or get it in a slightly different format because of the way that we're going to be processing the data. So I've done a few of those, just adding some columns to reports or adding a new exporting option for different formats and things like that.
Cool. What is the greatest strength of the engineering team?
It's probably a little bit corny, but that it really is a team. We check our egos at the door. Everybody works on the problem. We figure out, what's the best solution. We listen to people's input, and if you've got a good idea, then we run with that. If it's the best idea, it doesn't matter if you've been here for 10 years or 1 year. We really do listen to everybody's input and just try and pick the best solution. And then beyond that, we teach each other, right? When you're trying to learn something new, all people coming on board sort of learning our system and how we operate, or if it's a new technology that you're trying to learn about, there's always somebody in the organization who's willing to either teach you if they know it or give you an extra set of eyes on something if you get stuck in a piece of code. But really that aspect of being a full team and everybody working together towards that common goal, it really is great.
Yeah, that check your ego thing. That's been a common thing because we talked to Jen last week and Ryan. So that's good. Have you worked with on other development teams before this, or was RunSignup your first?
RunSignup was my first.
Okay.
I started at a digital marketing company, search engine optimization. So that's kind of where my Google Analytics love has come from. So I've done some of that stuff, but I was the only person doing development at that company. So
and you didn't have an ego with yourself?
No ego with myself. Yeah, it was just me. So this has been my first actual team, and can't imagine working in a different group. So it's been awesome.
We just got to a clip of you yelling at the mirror.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Just be hosting game night tonight. It'll give you some good material. This will be our third annual game night. It's called Brett Gammon, after my friend who's been running it for 15, 20 years since we were in college together. I would describe it as a combination of Mario Party and Whose Line Is It Anyway, where it's a series of mini games. I think we're going to do 6 tonight. And so there's different things from trivia to physical challenge to just random crazy things. So I'll be kind of hosting that as the night, and I make up my own rules. I'm in charge. I give out points at random and just sort of, do that. So it's been running that for a few years, and it's a lot of fun to do.
But it's the name of the guy who started it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's got over 100 different mini games that he's run over the years. So we work together now. We got this big list of games, and so I just pull them. Which ones am I going to run this year?
Oh, cool.
Pick a couple of those and pull from the list, and as I come up with new ideas, add them to it.
So no spoilers, I'm guessing, till tonight.
No spoilers.
All right. Well, we'll find out in the B-roll footage. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Oh, no, they got eggs.
I built it there.
What is that?
And also, that's dedication. So even
It's right there.
it's a good advice.
And
I told you, I welcome to
We
send somebody forward.
we gotta get a video for instant replay.
I built it there.